Hey guys, Bigrat310 back again in total darkness. Yes. We're going back there. Anyways, I got a lot of questions from one particular YouTuber, and usually when I get 8 questions from one guy, I do the Q&A right away, cause that way I can just focus on that one person and don't. Well, I do have some other questions from other people, but when I get like 8 from one person, that's my main priority. So that way he is fulfilled, cause if I wait, then in my regular Q&A, I don't answer all of his questions at once. I have to save him for later, because I don't want to talk about him all at one time in a regular Q&A video. Let me get to the guys that aren't him first. NickisNY, sorry if I said that wrong, says, what do you think Evan Bourne's plan to WrestleMania 25? Think he's going to go for the ECW and win it, and him and Dreamer Backlash? I think they're going to do a 4-way. I said this before, between Dreamer, Kid, Swagger, and Bourne. Or I see Bourne, Swagger. Or I even see Bourne, Kid. But I don't see any other route besides that. And no, I do not think he'll fight Dreamer at Backlash. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Dreamer. I thought if they were going to do this angle, please don't start it in January. I mean, what the fuck is the point? They've done nothing, absolutely nothing, with Tommy Dreamer for 3 months. They announced in January, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a really emotional 6 months. They're going to push him hard. No, he's done shit. He's lost a lot. He hasn't even been on ECW a lot. I mean, God, why start it in January if you're not going to do anything for 3 months? What is the point of that? I mean, seriously, day after WrestleMania, that I can understand. You could even not mention the storyline. Have Dreamer fight Swagger at Mania, and then after WrestleMania, Dreamer will announce his whole 2 months thing left, 3 months thing left, which would have been perfect. But why do it in January? We're not even going to use him. So I think Bourne, I don't think they'll do the Dreamer thing now. It seems pretty pointless. I still think he's going to do it at One Night Stand. If he does do it, you never know, he might retire. And Epidemic131. Kind of asked a different question. Is Swagger defends the ECW championship against Bourne or someone else, and then Christian wins the Money Bank? Do you see him cashing into a title? Nope. The WWE even recognizes that the ECW isn't a valuable title anymore. It was in the Matt Hardy interview. I remember when Matt said, Jeff, your career has risen to stardom, while my career has been poor and mediocre. You're a U.S. champion, and you're an ECW champion. You just threw both those titles down the drain. So even no. The ECW title is not a world title anymore. And I for a long time I thought, well, maybe the WWE still thinks that way, because I remember when Undertaker in 2007 had to choose his WrestleMania opponent, he had to choose between Batista, Cena, and Bobby Lashley, who was the ECW champion. ECW was big back then. The ECW title was really important. Like, RVD made it huge because he was carrying both titles. But now it's just crap. I see the Intercontinental, like I've said before, I see the Intercontinental title more valuable than the ECW title. And the Intercontinental title is not even that great in the state right now. I actually think JBL's gonna try to do it. Intercontinental title match at Mania. I'm not saying I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I like their match at No Mercy in 05, which I think is a little underrated. And I like their match at Judgment Day in 06. So I think they can put on a great match, especially at Mania, especially with most likely the opener. So I trust these guys. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying I'm not particularly looking. I'm buying WrestleMania just for that match. But like putting the Intercontinental title back on WrestleMania as prestige to the title that it desperately needs. So no, I don't see do that. And I do see someone cashing in the Money in the Bank and then winning that night, but not this year. I just don't see anyone who is in that mindset doing that. The only way that can possibly happen, which this is never going to happen, if this would happen this year, is if they have the world title match before the Money in the Bank, and then Edge, maybe it's Edge, sneaks in the Money in the Bank and then cashes it later on. That's the only time I see it, because I don't see that happening this year at all. In the future, maybe. It could happen in the future, I guess. You know, them using the whole cashing in the same night. I also think there's going to be someone who's going to cash it the year after. Now we go to 7-Star Magnet, who sent me a lot of questions. These first few are Hall of Fame oriented. Who should have already been inducted to the Hall of Fame already? I've already said this, Warrior. I'm sorry, say what you guys want. He made a difference. They put Warrior in the Legends of Wrestling video game. WrestleMania. They put him in the game. Legends of WrestleMania. Warrior is in that game. I never thought that would happen. I honestly thought Savage would be on that game before Warrior. Warrior's on the damn game. They criticize his wrestling ability. I saw the DVD. I think it's a great DVD because it's funny. They make fun of him the whole time. and they have some pretty good matches as extras. They really trashed this guy, and they put him in the Legends of WrestleMania DVD. They're calling him a legend, basically. So, yeah, I think he could be in the Hall of Fame. Say what you guys want, but that's what I think. I think once Kevin Nash retires, he'll be in there, too. But I understand how they can't put him in yet because, you know, he's not... I just don't think they don't think Kevin Nash deserves that prestige. I think they want Ric Flair to have the prestige of being the only active wrestler being inducted, and they don't want to give that to Nash just yet because they don't think, maybe they want to keep that spot only to Ric Flair so he can hold on to it. Who in your opinion should go? I've already said that. Warrior, Savage, and I'll talk about the Savage thing later. And who else? Is Bob Backlund in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he is. He deserves to be in there too, because he's been in there for a while, and he was one of their long-street. Bruno Sammartino. Yes, I know Vince doesn't like him, but too bad, man. He was your champion for 7 years, and he drew tremendous numbers in New York. You gotta put him in. Will Lesnar ever get into the Hall of Fame? Yeah, I see it happening. I just don't see him like having the Stone Cold Steve Austin treatment. I think maybe at the very end, just because he did a lot for the business. You know, 3-time champion in like 2 years. It might seem like a short thing, but if a celebrity can show up for 1 day and be inducted, then I'm sure they can do it. I'm sure. Yeah, he might get it. Maybe. I'm most likely. Would Gobbledy Gooker get into Hall of Fame before Macho Man or Warrior? I don't think he'll be in. I don't think WWE will sing that low to give the Gobbledy Gooker. So no. What do you think? What do you think about the Vince Savage Stephanie rumor? I think it's true. I think that. Because I don't know why else Vince hates him so much. But Vince, I still have faith. Vince made peace with Bret Hart. I know Bret Hart kind of forgave Vince. But I think Vince can... I mean, come on. Stephanie's married. What's the big deal now? I really think that it's Vince. I'm pretty sure Savage has apologized a million times. And I'm pretty sure Vince is just too stubborn to accept it. Vince, you have to accept it because Savage... If Savage isn't in the Hall of Fame, they won't take your Hall of Fame seriously. It's as simple as that. And then he doesn't. Oh, Teddy DiBiase's not in the Hall of Fame, and neither is Jake Roberts. I just remember that. But so seriously, Vince, come on, put him in the Hall of Fame, and don't put him in like a Howard Finkel, like right at the end. Put him your main guy. Okay. Also, for Sailor Manual, the McMahons ever tried to buy out ROH and TNA? Nope. They have no. TNA's been going on for 7 years. They would have done something by now. And I'm pretty sure eventually. Vince will never. Vince, even if Ted Turner wasn't the honcho of WCW, I don't think Vince would have bought him out either. He bought out the. Don't get confused. He bought out the territorial systems because he wanted to start his own global federation, and he's done that. So why would he want to buy these companies? The people always get confused. He bought those territories because he wanted to go global. He wanted to go national, but he's already national. What's left to do? Go universal? Aliens on other little planets looking at WWE? There's nothing more they can do. ROH and TNA are going to stay. I don't think, unless the TNA might flunk out, might have their company buried to the ground, which wouldn't surprise me. But aside from that, I don't see the fans buying. I don't know if you've ever answered this, but besides Flair versus Undertaker, 18 was favorite all-time Taker match. That is not my all-time Taker match, for your opinion. It's one of my favorites. I won't even put it in my top 5. I like the Undertaker Triple H match at WrestleMania. I like the Undertaker Kane at WrestleMania. But my all-time favorite, this might surprise, and I like, his Hell in a Cell matches with Batista, Shawn Michaels, and Lesnar, but this might surprise some people because it's an extremely underrated match. I think it should be a 5-star match. I think it should have won Match of the Year a couple of years ago, but my favorite Undertaker match ever is his match in No Way Out 2006 against Kurt Angle. That match just really clicked. That really got to me. That was the first... That was the first time in a while that I'd seen The Undertaker main event a pay-per-view for the world title. Because, remember, in 05, 06, 04, he didn't really go for the title. He was just, there stalking people. And that was the first time in a long time that he went for the title. And, yeah, I was really rooting for him. I didn't really expect him to win. I liked the ending. It's a shame that this led to a match with Mark Henry. But this was a very, very good match. 5-star match, in my opinion. I think people don't give it the credit that it deserves. I know that it lost out in Match of the Year to Vince versus Shawn at WrestleMania. And that this came in second place. And it really pissed me off. Because this is a 5-star match. Wrestling Observer gives it a 4-star. I give it 5. Because, God, they just really clicked. If you haven't seen it, you must. Flair vs. Undertaker is one of my favorites, but it's not my all-time, which is Taker Angle. And I like Taker Triple H. I like his Hell in a Cell matches. Did you enjoy last week's WWE? Yes, I did, very much. I was actually a very big fan of Bobby Lashley. I liked his work, believe it or not. And Ace Tornado is right. We always criticize big guys. Big guys, they're good. We give them too much crap. I don't know why people don't like Lashley. How do people not like Lashley? I thought he was very good. Very, very good. His match with Cena, I thought, was a little underrated. People think it's overrated. I think it's under. Did you see Lashley versus Gita? No, I don't really watch UFC. No offense. But, yeah, back to that Lashley thing. He was really good. I thought he was really good. And I saw him being WWE champion within a year. And when he left, I was, like, shocked. Like, I did not see that coming at all. But I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like Lashley to an extent. Okay, enough for that. I'm not done watching ROH. I was going to make a video immediately, but I had to get this Q&A out. Bigrat310 out. Peace.